Hello again, my friends. I'm the Toad, and I'm finally out of my sick bed for a little while. Anyway, I'm a long way from death's door, luckily, but I'm also quite away from being fit and healthy again. But I've been meaning to put a video together for the last week, but I just haven't had it in me to do it. But I thought, okay, I'll do one tonight. If I don't get back on the horse, I'll end up never doing one. This is a relatively short one. Just have a bit of a chat about how the knife collection's going. I've gone away from pocket knives recently, folding knives, simply because I've lost interest in them, to be honest with you. It's as simple as that. And I've really got to like forged knives, blacksmith knives, the sort of things with the squirrel tails. I've got quite a few of them now, which I'll show you on another occasion. I'll go through all of them. I've got a couple of short swords. It's funny the way things are going at the moment. It's this thing about the influences you get from media. It just makes me giggle a little bit sometimes. I'm just as bad as everybody else, don't get me wrong. I can remember when Braveheart came out. I was living in Australia at the time, and the amount of Australian, Scottish chaps that wanted to fight me because I was English, and everything happened to Braveheart was all obviously my fault, even though they failed to realise that the movie was only based loosely on real events. Yeah, people do that though, to take the bits of history that they like. Don't confuse the truth with facts, But at the moment, what's happening is all of a sudden, Seaxes seem to be really, really in the popular mainstream. I've seen a few out there, some really nice ones. I've got a few myself. Timbo66 did a really good job of that one he made in his backyard last week, I think it was. Brilliant. You have got so much talent, my friend. You really have. It's a shame you live so far away. I'd be around there swinging and hammer along with you. But he did do a good job. I am a long way from doing that sort of thing myself, but I have got quite a few knives that are in the middle of being worked on. I'm doing a bit of engraving at the moment. And I say, because forged knives are very cheap, they're about as basic a knife as you can get. But because of that, it leaves you a lot to muck around with if you want to piddle around with them a little bit. And of course the Vikings show is obviously take off, and you've got the Northman movie that's floating around at the moment. So of course everybody wants to be a Viking, and they confuse the clothes they're wearing, the weapons that they're using, everything just gets all mixed up. But at least they've not got helmets with horns on these days. I mean, the way I understood it, there were, Nordic folk were explorers in a lot of ways. They went Viking. They weren't Vikings as such. They just went Viking. So, of course, they used what tools they had at the time as weapons. And then as time went on, they were able to have swords and the like from people they had their little battles with and so on. So there's a few different versions of so-called Viking swords floating around. It was a long period of time, a few hundred years, and there was swords and knives left over from the previous era, and then there was new ones being made, and so it doesn't really matter if it's exactly as they would have been back then. I don't know. I'm going to show you this now with this one here. This is a Viking influenced hunting Seax. As soon as I saw this, I fell in love with it. This is one of my favourite knives. I just absolutely love this thing. How accurate is it? I don't really know. Do I care? Not really. It wasn't a lot of money, and it's a lot of fun to muck around with. Would I be taking this out with me if I was going on my jollies? If I wasn't illegal? Or for definite? So, this comes with a very, very good. I've not got any weights or anything, so I'm not going to bother with that. I need to say it weighs good couple of pounds. I haven't got any scales to weigh them with in a minute. Comes with a very, very good sheath. thing that really opened my eyes up when I saw this, and it just made me giggle when I saw it, because I couldn't work out why I found them so familiar. And it dawned on me, that's a plug-in chisel. Any of you who work in the building know what I'm talking about, but to me, that's a plug-in chisel. Any day of the week. I don't have a plug-in chisel to compare it, but yeah, it is the shape of a plug-in chisel. At some point, I will pick up a said plug-in chisel, and I shall turn it into a Seax for our amusements. But look at this. This is a beauty. I love this knife. Look at that. I mean, that's a good 8-9mm wide. I have got the ruler. Let's have a quick look. Oh. So, what we're talking about? So, well, 8mm, roughly. Just under, well, it's over 1/4 inch, just under 1/2 inch. So, yeah, anyway. The thing is with this, I mean, this is sharp, by the way. It did come really sharp, and I've not long had it on the strop, but it is sharp. I'm not going to show you for the sake of it, because I can't be asked, to be honest with you. But it is sharp. It's carbon steel. I was led to believe it's 1095. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It's sharp enough to do many things, but on the other hand, you get a clout on the back of the head with this and from the front side, and it's going to make you see stars, believe me. But yeah, you won't want to be using this all day long doing anything. It's too heavy, but it's wonderful. I won't want to have somebody brandishing this, singing the battle cry as they come charging towards me. No, thank you. Now, as I was saying to Timbo, I was led to believe a while ago that the reason why the Saxes and the Burks as well, or the odd shapes that some of them are, simply because they were being used as, they were broken swords, basically picked up on it from the battlefield, and they were just using them. Imagine the sword broke that end, using whatever they can do this end. I don't know if that's true or not, but this was a theory that sounded good enough to me. But yeah, like I said, I've got a few others I'm going to be showing you over the next week or so. I won't be doing another video for a few more days. As I say, this is took a lot of effort. But anyway, look at that. Anybody that doesn't have one, pick one up. They're a good laugh. I love it. Southern Swords are selling it. Yeah, it's a beauty. Look at that. Yeah, I just love it. I love it. I don't really have much more to say to you. I've missed out on a lot of things. As I say, I've been sick. I've been spending days and days and days fast asleep. It's really took hold of me, this virus this time round. But I'm on the mend. The doctors have said there's nothing else they can do. They can't give me any more medication, and I don't really want to have to go into hospital for any operations. So at the moment, it's just try and live as healthy a lifestyle as I can. You know, keep away from fatty foods and don't get excited. Keep my blood pressure as low as I can. Well, you know what I mean. Don't get excited, don't get angry. And yeah, cut the battle cries down for a bit. But that's what more can you do? But then again, what's the fun in life if you've got no if you can't do the odd battle cry every now and again? But yeah, just again, old Simbo, if you don't actually watch his channel, you're doing yourself a misservice. He's got a really, really good channel, and he's made some really good stuff. He made a Roman dagger, or a Roman knife, one of those odd shaped ones, the kind of that go down like that. I've been looking at buying one for quite a while, and I never really got it, but Tim's made one, and yeah, now I see it. I don't know if I've actually got it in me to make stuff, I'd like to try, but what Tim did do, he showed me that you can actually smith in your backyard without spending a huge amount of money. Because, like I said, he did a fine job, and I've got a lot of admiration for the guy. So, that's it for now. Any of you out there still watching my channel, thank you for your patience. I'll be back on normal viewing eventually, but it ain't going to be for a few more weeks yet. If for some reason I just suddenly go off air, it'll be a series of things possibly has happened. Either the devil has finally caught up with me and I'm down there paying for my sins, or I'm in hospital and having a new heart given, or we can't afford to pay the internet bill. But one of them sort of things. But the lady on the hill will inform you if anything does go completely tits up. I think I'm still going to be around for a bit longer yet. So, until next time, my friends, keep them sharp, and see you down the road. Bye bye for now.